Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chinket Wants to Know. This is episode 6. Today we have Mahathil!
No.
Yay! Okay, I read through a short introduction and then later, if possible, I want your personal introduction to the one person who don't know you who don't know you. Okay? So, yeah. Mas Mahadev, a person that I actually enjoy his presence a lot, especially when back then we are playing badminton and ball game, and even when we were in the park, I actually enjoy his presence a lot. He has from my point of view, has a very cheeky personality, a charming smile, and a charismatic being. Are the combination that I actually can't. Up to this point, I don't think I saw in any other man that I met
Uish.
before. Damn.
Sure, boy.
Sure, really, serious. It's very different. This combination is very hard to find. And from what I noticed, you have been making a very huge impact to the world, and we are going to talk about that later on, because especially for the children part, for the public speaking one. He is, from what I found, when I do some small research and what I understand, he is the co-founder and the managing director of Mahadev Academy of Public Speaking. And I would want Mas Mahadev to do a short introduction, or rather introduction for himself.
Okay. Super casual way of introducing myself.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Mas Mahathir. So in the academy, people call me Coach Mahathir. And what I normally do is helping individuals to be able to break through and to have that confidence to stand in front of the people and to just express what they have. And really seeing that makes me feel so accomplished. And I've been doing this for more than 5 years.
Oh, it's already 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years already. And I'll just continue doing this because it's just a calling for me.
Yeah, makes sense. If not, you won't make it you won't be in this career for 5 years already.
Yeah.
I've been watching you since the start of your the academy until now.
Is it?
Yeah. I think I
Oh.
know you for quite a long time, since Toastmaster period. That means 6 years from now already.
Yeah. If we
Oh,
met at 2016, then yeah.
yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Can we talk about your academia? Because from what I do some small research, I noticed that you have two. One is focused on corporate. Is it for adults? And then another one is for children, kids. So, do you want to expand more on the two different parts?
Yeah, sure. So basically, what Mahathir Academy does is we help every child, every adult in every family to become confident speakers and leaders. So it doesn't just limit to just kids or adults only.
Okay.
It could be even seniors, So we coach as young as 5 all the way to about 60 years old. So we have the kids market, adults market, and even the corporate market.
Oh, okay. Then I totally misunderstood. Thank you so much for clarifying that. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, what got you started? What a bit back then where I first know you in Toastmaster, right? You have not started this academy yet. That time, I remember you were studying psychology. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, psychology. Okay. What's the transition? What's the thing that brings you to want to start academy, or is it your all this while go?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
I never actually thought of starting a public speaking academy.
Oh.
I've always wanted to be a business owner, always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but people like me, I don't have that resource ability, I feel I just don't have that. But when I met Jolene, okay, and she is the person who actually opened my eyes and horizon in this whole entrepreneurial world. I actually met her in my previous company. So after she left, I stayed on to that company for about 1.5 years, and then I left, and then I started this with her. Yeah. And because of her direction, her resourcefulness, only then we start to see this coming to fruition. But even before I left the company, she was actually teaching public speaking because there was a demand for it. Yeah, in a school.
Oh, there's already a Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's something new to me. Okay.
Yeah. So she was actually a teacher in an international and homeschool. And then one day they just called up and they said, Julian, we're looking for public speaking for our students. That was the first ever call that actually opened up our horizon. Like, hey, teaching public speaking not bad, huh? So we started to see that we had this client for a long time, and we saw the growth in the child. Yeah. One
Mm.
day the child when we started, right, he's like sitting all the way in the corner, don't want
Yeah.
to participate. I think we know lah.
Yeah.
Too cool for school, you know. So he was just like making fun of every kid in the class and making fun of the class, didn't want to participate. But then a year later, he was so participative, he wanted to include other students in his work, and he ended up becoming the MC for his school.
Oh, what? That's a
Ah,
huge change, man.
exactly. So that moment blew us away. We didn't expect that. Yeah. So that the reason why we saw like, oh, this could be the reason why we start this. Ah,
So, oh damn, that's so. That's what is this? Is this the reason you say you found your calling?
in a way, yeah.
In a way,
Yeah.
yeah. That's so cool. That's so cool. In a sense, I really admire and envy that you found your found your calling through this way. You know, and that's
Oh,
something.
you're calling also, what?
I'm still kind of searching for it. That's why I'm still tasting a lot of things as I go. Okay, I noticed that you've been doing a lot of like you've been doing a lot of marketing. When I say marketing, like you've been reaching out to TikTok, you've been reaching out to Instagram stories and all. I actually love one of the shots that you did is for the something interesting about my coach. One of the series, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Personal note, can you do more of that? Can you do more of that? Actually, I want to know more. It's kind of like a teaser. It's like, hey, you did this down some point, and it's like, hey, got more, got more. So that's just a chinket feedback. Chinket feedback.
Oh,
for you.
thank you for that.
Okay, so the reason I bring this up is because I want to ask is there a team? Is there a team or person behind all these TikTok videos or social media marketing?
So basically, in our company, we have 3 people involved in marketing.
Oh, the three.
Myself,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
myself being the main marketing person, and then we have 2 other people. So what we do is we always have a discussion on a weekly basis just to see how can we actually take this social media to the next level. And the reason why we actually had this whole TikTok thing and the whole Instagram, Facebook thing that's happening very frequently lately is because we actually put a challenge for ourselves.
Oh.
We created something called the 28-day post challenge. So we wanted to post something for 28 days straight on all different platforms. So this was a really good start because it made us realize like, wow, there's so many different angles of content that we can post that what used to be last time like, hey, what to post, what to post, but now because of this challenge, it actually forces us to think creatively. So with this 3 people team, yeah, I think we took it to the next level, and we are going even further from here on out.
Uh, so I just want to bring this out of the topic a bit. Have you heard of Gary Vee?
Oh yes.
Do you know about his content creating funnel thingy?
Content creating funnel, not sure, but I know he says post a lot.
No, there's this. You might want to search it out for maybe in the future. Is there's this content that is I think it's good for content creation. You can have a look. Yeah. That's
Okay.
That might be open your eyes for something big that you might
Just fun.
you can use it for your class perhaps.
Mm.
But that's what.
Content deck,
Yes, you type content deck Gary Vee, it will appear.
Nice.
That will be good for you.
Nice.
Or not.
I think it would.
Okay,
Fair
so next question, because the reason I bring it up because I wanted to touch on this particular topic because as Malaysian, especially Malaysian, I grew up don't know how to speak, don't know how to talk to people, don't know how to converse. So now I see your academy has been reaching out to a lot of children, has been helping a lot. Like just now you list out 2-3 examples of children from being too cool or too timid to talk, right? Suddenly like you instill confidence in them, or rather you help them find their confidence and so that they can reach out to talk to people, and that is a very very strong thing. So do you, from your point of view, do you see that Malaysian children still have that issue of low self-confidence?
Okay, that's a very good point. There are a lot of people including children, including adults who
Yeah.
face that problem, yeah.
Yeah.
They because the problem with speaking in front is not so much about speaking in front, it's about the internal confidence. If they're
Okay.
able to master that internal confidence and to be, to have that high self-esteem, these things won't really affect them that much. So yes, if we can cultivate those techniques, those lessons at a younger age, when they grow up, it will come to fruition, right? It will be better. So, for example, I started out public speaking at a very, very young age. Not by choice. Forced by parents, yeah. And I totally hated it because I hated going in front to speak in front of people. In fact, when my parents took me to a simple audition room just to sing a simple song, and even so, it's my favorite song, I couldn't do it. They announced my name to go up there. The moment I stood up and walked a few steps forward, I ran back. I couldn't do it. I hid behind my mother's face like an ostrich. You don't see me, I don't see you, nobody see me. Yeah, I couldn't do it, So so it really dawned onto me after a few years like how important this confidence was. And my parents never gave up. So they continued pushing me. Yeah. But the turning point in my life was when I was supposed to do an English assignment. And it was a public speaking assignment at Form 4.
What?
I
Okay.
never knew there was such a thing in high school, government high school,
As a
right? So apparently there was. And I realized when I gave that presentation, people laughed, but for a good reason. They laughed at the humor.
okay.
And I felt confident giving that presentation. I was not fearful anymore. And so that dawned to me like, oh, something changed inside me. I don't know what it is, but it changed. Yeah. So that is the turning point lah. So for future presentations after that, it just got better and better. And then suddenly like, oh, okay, because my parents started me very young, that's why I'm here today.
That's a good thing, because okay, you have a good starting point because your parents your
Yes.
parents understand that having built your confidence, your self confidence up at an early age, so that you can be as fluent in your speech and confident in yourself at this point of
Yes.
life. Let's say, do you have any, because like person like me back then, I suddenly come in because actually my dad has since young, I think I'm age of 15, he did mention about Toastmaster. But at the time, but he did not take action. He just verbally say that, "Hey, go join this Toastmaster." I don't know where he didn't get this information from, but I was like, "No, what Toastmaster should be an old man club. I don't want to talk about."
Oh yeah.
So that's what I had in mind. So I did not go, and I regret it. I regret that thinking about that. But so do you have any like action steps for people who has who do have access to, like, let's say Toastmaster Club or material on him within him, so that he can practice to build self confidence?
Okay. So if it's a at home thing, yeah,
Yes.
that is a very simple thing that you can do. Number one, it is called reading out loud. Very important skill. Yeah, it really it sounds so simple, but it does help. Yeah.
Yes.
And if you want to read out loud, don't just read out loud by yourself. Get your parents involved, get your siblings involved. I think it may sound very cringy or difficult, but you're challenging yourself, you will see a change.
Yes, it
So
is.
for example, you can say things like, hey, Pa, Ma, God, I want to talk a story about Harry Potter today. Give me 5 minutes of your time. I tell a story. Something like that would really change lah.
Yeah,
Ah,
I think you just now mentioned a point that I think we can take note.
mm,
You say 5 minutes, 5 minutes at a time. It's
yeah.
actually, it's not much. At this point, I think it's not much, because a lot of people think that if I want to change, I need to make a huge turn in order to change my life. Actually, it's not. It's, from what I see just now, you mentioned about like maybe every day 5 minutes.
Yep.
You are slowly building up your confidence. You are slowly changing your course of life in order to
Correct.
become like your direction. So
Correct.
I think that is actually a very, very good small take of life that you can take. You can take and
Mm,
just execute on it.
yeah. Correct. Correct.
So next, because you have been in this, your academy has been established for 5 years, right?
Yep.
So do you have any interesting story or inspiring story that you would like to share, like from the
Wow.
students wise? Like, I
Okay.
know it might be hard because it's like 5 years is a long period, and then you definitely have a lot of like students. So maybe I might be very being a bad guy here. Just pick two. Two is enough already.
Okay. What comes on the top of my head is it's actually an adult client that I'm working with, or rather I've worked with, because there are actually a lot of different people that join our program. Yeah, it not necessarily mean just students or graduates or even working class executives. There are actually more. There are entrepreneurs, CEO, business leaders, people from different parts of the world. They do join our program as well for the coaching. But there's one particular client that actually moved me. All right. And what happened was during the first time that we met her, just for a normal assessment, just to understand what's her needs, get to see what is her strengths as a speaker and all that. She cried during that session. Yeah, she cried. And seeing an adult cry makes me feel bad. I was like, oh my, did I say something wrong? I felt so bad. But I come to realize that she cried because she just didn't know what to say. All right. And she took the program. And on the first day of the program, she cried again. I was like, "Wow, die lah. Why?" I'm the problem here, is it? Face problem or what? I don't know.
Can't be so handsome. Face problem then it's very weird idea.
So, what came to my mind also was like, I'm worried. I'm worried, like, how would she actually progress? So I think I put that aside and I started to focus and empathize with her. And I think the key important is just to empathize with people. And when I slowly understood why she felt this way and how I could support her, she couldn't even dare to stand in front of just me to present.
Oh.
She couldn't do that. She couldn't do that. But then after the course of coaching with her, we have a graduation session where she has to speak in front of a random group of audience and a size about 50 to almost 100 people.
Oh, GG.
Yeah. So on that day itself, I was so worried. So when she stood up on the stage, right, she stood up there, she gave her speech, she did not cry, and in fact, she gave it so well that people start cheering her on. At the end, when she was supposed to share her feedback, she even told the audience, I used to cry on my first day, but today something is different. I could speak my entire mind. That is the most fulfilling moment for me. And if we could do that to many other people, wow. I don't know. It's just something that makes you feel so fulfilled as a person. Yeah.
I can't understand. I try to picturing at the moment you share that story, like if like in this world if you want the people to be like, everyone have that same experience from what she had, right?
Yes.
I think the world is gonna be a very is heading to a very good place.
Yes.
It's a very
for
good
sure.
place. That's powerful. Do you have any stories for the kids from the kids itself?
Kids. Okay. One of them is the cool boy turned out to be MC, right?
Yeah.
That's like the most outstanding story for me. Yeah. But other than that, there is also another one lah. But this is a very young kid. She actually joined our academy and she's one of the earlier members of our student community. Yeah. So when we started, she was somewhere there in a few months. And she started at a very young age of 6. Now,
6.
very, very young. So she joined our classes. She spoke so well. She spoke in front of many people. And one thing that moved me was when she came up to me one day and she said that, Coach Mahathir, why your bunting say only age 6 to 17 years old? That means I can stay for another 11 years with you. I was like, wow.
Yeah, Lord. You're so sweet.
So yeah, even small things like this actually makes us feel that what we're doing is worthwhile.
I'm very happy for you, to be honest. Damn. Yeah, so sweet actually.
Yeah, if you know her, right, you're gonna be like, what a cute.
Okay, next one. I think I want to ask this because I think this might be a ego issue, but I let you decide. How is there a difference when a children wanted to learn how to public speak and an adult come in to want to learn how to public speak? Is there a difference? Is there a distinct difference or just same.
There is a difference.
There is a difference. Mm-hmm.
There is a difference because the kids, right? Or rather, let's start with the adults.
Yeah.
When the adults come in, the adults are very clear on what they want to do.
Oh.
So whatever methods that we teach, it's easily absorbable for them. Maybe sometimes they will question back or they'll ask questions to clarify further, but they generally know what they want. Yeah. Kids don't know what they want. Parents force them to do it. Right or not?
Yeah.
So they are coming in with the mindset of, "Aiyo, another lesson, another tuition center again." So they have that mentality, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely different teaching them. So one, you can already go straight to the gears already, teaching them and getting them to do what you want them to do to succeed. The other one takes a slower approach where you need to build rapport even better, even deeper. Slowly get them to trust the program, trust the coach. So that's the difference there.
I see. That means it totally break my thoughts. It totally break my bias because I thought that maybe it's the people that I'm surrounded with might have sorry, I think I put a different emphasis to it because people around me that the adults, when I talk about when I'm picturing them go to your, let's say for your academy, some of them might feel resistant because they are not there to learn. They are there to like the kid, go there, forced to sit down and then learn. So it's different kind of mentality. When you mention about the adults are there because they already know the reason they are there for. They want to improve themselves. Right. They want to be able to elaborate more confidently. That is very different because they have a clear view of why they are there.
Yes.
Okay, that makes so much sense. That's so cool. Yeah. Do you have any future for Mas Mahathir Academy, right? Mahathir Academy. Do you have anything big coming up for you that you're planning?
Anything big? There is.
Is it okay for you to share first?
That is also a good question. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can only share a bit of it.
Yeah, teaser.
Teaser. Yeah.
Okay,
correct.
Okay.
There is something big coming. It's already been our 5th year here,
Yeah.
We are actually planning for a bigger expansion, bigger growth, and a change in the academy. So in the next few months, or even by the end of the year, I think if you check out Mahathir Academy, you will know what those big changes are, and we will see that. That's why now we're also actively recruiting more team members to join us.
I noticed.
Yeah. So the more people in, the better the team, the more synergized there is. That's how we grow faster. But yes, movie will be out at the end of 2022.
I'm everything in high in anticipation already. Okay, because I never met a person who put public speaking as his career, and I want to ask what does it mean as to be a public speaker as his career?
Okay. If you don't like public speaking, then it's really going to be very painful because it's not just like doing it to clients, In our company, we don't just practice, we have to actually practice what we preach. So
makes sense.
even in our meetings, we make it public speaking like.
Yeah.
There's a stage, you stand, you present your findings, you present your report. So it has to be like that because that's how the whole team member build their confidence. How can you actually sell a program, or how can you actually move forward and show clients that this center develops confidence, but your team is not confident? Correct. So that is something that we do. So as a career, it's definitely fulfilling for me, but it can also be stressful.
I mean, makes sense.
Because sometimes, right, when you do a really good job, especially in a contest Toastmaster, I actively take part in contests because number one is my passion. Number two is also my KPI.
You have a personal KPI, is it?
Personal KPI in the company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So when you already do a good job, people has that expectations that you need to do better or equal to that previous year.
Yep.
So and if you actually in a way screw up or don't do as well, the people will talk, So that is the stress that comes with this job lah, you know. So every performance that you give has to be an A rating, A plus rating or better. It can never dip. That's the stress.
That's that stress comes with because you set a very high expectation and a high standard for yourself, which I think that builds confidence for the student who saw you and that's like, yeah, I am confident to follow this guy, to learn from him. That's actually build confidence even before they enter the academy, you know.
Correct.
That's your branding already. That's a very strong branding statement.
Especially, yeah, it's true because if you are the face of the company, whether it is Chinket gaming and all that, you gotta be super good at what you're doing, you know, whether it is streaming, whether it is playing the game, you know, you have to be good at that, right? Or maybe if you want to make a funny content, then you play in a funny way, lah, you know.
Yeah.
But you have to be good at doing that. So public speaking is the same thing. If I myself screw up once or twice, okay lah. But too many times, people are like, hey, really? This is a public speaking school, like that one. Dangerous.
Yeah, makes sense. So yeah, I think for myself, I surprisingly I got the question done within 20 something, like 27 minutes already. So okay, I have this thing. If you have something you want to share to the audience, do you have a quote or a statement that you want your audience to know? Because this podcast is Chinket want to know, right? So Chinket want to know a lot of things from Mas Mahadev already, and he already got a lot of information from you. Thank you so much for sharing. So what do you want the audience to know? What do you want people to know about you? Sorry, not about you. What do you want the audience to know?
Okay. For me, what I want the audience to know is the first thing that you need to do is really find whatever you're doing and find confidence in what you're doing. Yeah. And I can't stress this enough. I'm someone who likes to see that people flourish in whatever it is, doesn't matter public speaking or what. They flourish because they have the confidence in doing that. All right. So for those watching, like Chinket, he has a confidence in starting this channel where he's talking about games, playing the games, when most people think like 1-2 times they give up and they don't want to do, but Chinket still persists. Why? Because he has the confidence. So likewise, whatever you're doing, if you have that confidence, you will continue to persist, right? Because you know that you want to achieve that. So if I want the audience to take away is find that confidence. It doesn't have to come to my academy or any public speaking academy. It doesn't have to, right? But take the slow and easy steps and baby little steps to build that confidence even at home. Watch YouTube videos, yeah, or continue finding your passion and just do it. And slowly, once you do it, commit to it. That's the most important.
You know, the steps that you mentioned. Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is legitimate steps that I would back. I would totally back what he just said, because that's exactly what I did, like years back then. Because I have no idea what I want, and I basically tried guitar, piano, workout, whatever things that I tried, and then eventually I stumbled upon gaming itself, content creation to be exact, and I was like, yeah, I feel like I want to go to this direction. So that's why I stick to this content creation for 3 years on and off, 3 years now. And at first I thought it's gaming, but eventually I started to notice it's not just gaming, it's about content creation. So the more you work on it, the more clearer it will be to you. That's my point of view.
Correct.
That's very interesting, I would say. So Mahadev, if you where can people find you? Where can people look for you? I'll later put the links in the description also. So if you lazy to type, you can just click the link or search it up yourself. So go.
Okay, where can people find me? I think my name is very distinctive. Yeah. Sometimes when you Google me, you may not find me. You may find another person. Okay. My full name is Mahathir Mohamad. So if you type that, you may find another person as well. My name is also Mas Mahadev. If you type that, you might find Mahadev standing in front of Mas Airlines. So it can be a bit tricky to find. But the simplest way is just to search up Mahathir Academy. Yeah, Mahathir Academy has been around for 5 years. And if you search on Facebook, Instagram, even TikTok or YouTube, I believe you'll be able to find us. And again, our mission here is just to build confidence in every child and every adult in every family. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen who is listening, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to look forward, if you want to really brush up your public speaking skill or build out your confidence, Mahathir here. Mahadev is one of the person you can reach out to. Okay. I think before I close it, do you have anything you want to ask, or do you have anything you want to say?
I think, yeah, we covered quite a good basis.
We covered a lot actually.
Yeah.
So should I call it a stop?
Sure.
Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. This is Chinket Wants to Know with Mahathil. I wish that smile is always on your face, love that always fill your heart, and definitely joy that comes into your life in every possible way. Chinket signing off. Bye bye.